season. John's away at the moment, but the search for new players, that carries on all the time, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I speak to John every day, and it's a small world now, isn't it? So with emails and texts and everything like that, it's easy to keep in contact with everybody. So, we are busy actively pursuing other players coming in. But you'd expect that this time of year. We've got a relatively small squad still. I think we've got 8 or 9 players, and we need to probably sign another 5 or 6 by the time that pre-season gets well underway. But yes, it is an interesting time, and then not all the targets are successful, but lots of enquiries are going in, and we're very pleased so far with the 4 that we've signed. Extremely pleased. John thinks they'll make a major contribution to the club over the next few years, so we're delighted with that. We've also, there's always speculation as well about other players leaving, and I was asked the question yesterday, was Andy Drury about to leave? He's not going anywhere as far as we're concerned.
Some interest from Luton.
Well, Luton, Express made an approach this morning, and we rejected that because the sort of figures they were talking, in fairness, was nowhere near. We don't want to sell Andy anyway. He's an integral part of our squad. But every player's for sale at a price. But the region that Luton were talking about fell well below our valuation, and Andy Drury remains a Crawley Town player.
How does it work in terms of the transfers? John identifies the target, and then it's all down to you as the chief executive to do the paperwork and work the sums out and make sure everything gets over.
Well, it's a team effort on this because at the end of the day, the manager must select the players. There will not be a player joining this club who is not wanted by John Gregory. He's got a very clear impression of the type of player that he wants. He works with myself and the board over to see if there's sufficient funds available. With SCMP rules now introduced by the Football League a couple of years ago, we've got a budget to work to. That's based on our income levels, so that's slightly down on last year, but it's still a competitive budget, and I'm certain the supporters, when they arrive for the start of next season, will be surprised by the quality of the players that we've brought to this club. You always sign good players, don't you? And I've never known a club admittedly sign a bad one. But I think when you look at Brian Jensen in goals and Lanray and Ryan as full-backs and then Jimmy in the middle of the park, then that's supplemented by another 5 or 6 players. I'm quite excited about next season. I'm certain our supporters will be. Yeah, we've had players though. We've had some really good players leave the club. Good players and good people. I mean, for instance, Danny Bullman. He's now decided to join Wimbledon, and we wish him well there. I mean, I can think that. I mean, Danny's had a stint here where he's become a firm favourite with our fans, and they'll wish him well as Well, I think going to Wimbledon, it probably will mean he'll get more regular first team football. I think it's domestically it's a little bit closer to him where he lives, so we understand the reasons why Danny's gone there. We wish him well, as we wish. The other players that have left us in the summer, Paul Jones, Mike Jones and people like that. It's just part and parcel of everyday football life, isn't it? But yes, we are busy. We've got to be busy because we need both quantity and quality in the summer to come in. But it's a 24/7 process, this is, dozens and dozens of calls to agents, to players, to managers, to other clubs. It doesn't finish, but eventually the jigsaw will fit together, and the squad that I'm certain we'll have come the kick-off to the new season will probably be stronger than we had last season in total.